What's up, guys? Rashad with Bad Beats here, and today I'm bringing you the combo video for the Virtual World Punk deck. But also, before I do that, I'm bringing you the updated list, and I'm going to be showing you an updated combo. So the last build was, like I said, it was my rough draft, and it was very budget friendly. Unfortunately, this one just has one expensive card in it. So it's an older card, so most of you guys probably have it anyway. But the deck is a lot more consistent this way, and I'd rather bring you something for a better competitive deck. The first build, you could do pretty well in it. Like I said, I took that build to locals. I ended up making it to the finals, losing, unfortunately, in the finals with the deck. I went 3 wins, 1 draw, and then the 1 loss in the finals. So it was still pretty good, but there was a lot of consistency issues, and I'd rather you guys play a better deck. So I'm gonna just showcase you the new list. There's not too much different, standard virtual world package. There's none of these monsters are changed. It's 3 of everything except for Nian. I've seen some people cutting the Nian down to 1. There's no need to do that in this list. I'm not playing any of the Brave cards, so you don't have to worry about that. So there's not a whole bunch of space needed. So of course it's just a standard virtual world lineup. Kowloons, qinlong, all these guys. Just that's standard. There's nothing new there. The punk lineup has been significantly reduced. So now it's 1 Foxy, 1 ZMN, 1 Spider, and 1 of the Trap. So this is all part of a combo that I'll be showing you in the video where you're going to search this trap, and this is just another infinite impermanence for you. And then to bind all that together is the 3E Telly, which this is a 1 card combo in the deck. Or 1.5, I guess, because you'll need something to discard. So if you just open this, like the rest of your hand doesn't even matter. Like you just go off. And then next, the hand traps I'll play are 3 Gamma, Driver, and 3 Imperm. And that's the only hand traps I'll play. You could change ratios if you wanted to play like Ash or something like that. I guess you could cut down a little on the virtual world names since you get the engine started like without any virtual world cards in the combo. It's up to you. I guess you could like cut this. I wouldn't recommend taking Gamma out of virtual world, but you could if you just wanted to play different hand traps. I know some people like just prefer to play Ash in the deck. Then the 1-ofs, 1 Despot, 1 Pot, 1 Call by the Grave. Just some. This is for consistency. This is to try to help you play through some hand traps. This is for the combo. You don't want to draw them, but you still do the combo if you do, since how it can summon them from the hand. So speaking of, the extra deck will be different. There's the Hulk and the Auroradon combo, and then to go with that, you'll have the Cupid Pitch. So this is all part of the combo. These cards right here. And then the next most important card in the combo is the Juji. The rest of the extra deck is pretty simple. It's like the same stuff we've been playing. So we've got Croc, Shen, Vermilion. We've got a Break Sword, M7. You could play Beatrice if you're playing Snow. That's also pretty good. The 1 Fan, Coral Dragon, Zeus to go over your XCs, Zulkin and Crystal Wing are back, and Stardust Charge Warrior, of course, to draw. So, you play your typical 3 draw cards, and then, Shen just is amazing against most decks. Vermilion is his effect. He can target and pop himself to add a tuner back, so that's also really good. You play the Crystal Wing just to give yourself another monster negate. And then your XC's package is removal. All these cards removal, and then this M7 can just help you filter cards back to your hand if you don't want to remove with it. So we'll get on to the combo. All you'll need is literally an emergency teleport and just anything. So I'll just add a Kowloon. So what you want to do with your 1 random card is discard it. So you're going to activate emergency teleport. You're going to go and you're going to summon Xiamen. And then you're going to pay 600 to activate Xiamen's effect. You can either just straight up add Madam Spider. And if you literally have nothing else, then you don't need the second card. You can just add Madam Spider, but you want to thin the deck out, which is why you want to add the Foxy instead. You activate Foxy, discard her. If there's no response, you discard the random card in your hand, and you special summon Madam Spider. You will pay 600. You will add the Dangerous Gabu to your hand. Then you'll link these two off. And you'll go in the Hulk effect. You'll summon the Despot. You'll link these two off. And to Auroradon. And then, the Auroradon will provide you with 3 tokens. Which will revive the Despot. You'll synchro the Despot, one of your tokens, and to Cupid Pitch. Cupid Pitch effect, you'll reduce its level by 1, since Despot's a level 1 tuner. You can either increase or decrease it by 1. And then you'll synchro the Cupid Pitch in another one of the tokens. And to Juju. To trigger Cupid Pitch, burning your opponent for 600 and adding a card with 600 defense to your hand. So there's 2 targets here, depending on the rest of your hand. But we're going to play as if we had nothing at all. So, but the 2 targets are Lulu and Kieran. They both have 600 defense. Playing as if that was the only cards you had, obviously you're going to add the Lulu. You'll activate the Lulu, target the Juju. You'll send qinlong, and you'll add Chi-Chi. Let's summon Lulu out. And so now you have 2 cards in hand. You'll sync the Lulu and the other token off. And you'll make either Stardust Charge or Coral Dragon here. I usually just make Stardust Charge Warrior. So you'll do Stardust Charge Warrior. You'll get a card. So now you're up to 3 cards in hand currently. But you are going to probably end up discarding that card because you're going to activate the qinlong effect. You're going to go back in. You're going to add Lao Lao. And if you've got nothing else, you'll just discard the random cards you pick up. It doesn't matter. Then you'll activate Lao Lao. You'll target Juju. And then if you have another card in your hand to discard, or if not, you just send the other Chi-Chi because you want your Chi-Chi to be live. You send that, you bring him out, and you'll revive your Lulu. And then you'll use these to make Zulkin. You'll set, it doesn't matter, you're going to set both of these cards. Let's say we set the Dangerous Gabu, the triggered Zulkin. You'll summon your Crystal Wing here. And then you'll sync these 2 and make your Shinshin. And then you'll activate Chi-Chi. Increasing or decreasing Shinshin's level, it doesn't matter. You just want to get 2 cards in there with different names. You set your Chi-Chi, and if all you had was E-Telly, this gets you that full board. You could, because like I said earlier, if you didn't have another card, you only had E-Telly, you could just add the Madam Spider straight up and normal summon it instead of using Foxy to summon it. But that's all you need. It's just an E-Telly and then either a random card or no random card. It equals the same exact board. Nothing's different. So this is a form of interruption when it comes back to your turn if he survives. You've got basically an infinite impermanence. You got a monster negate. You have a pop with Chi-Chi. You have a negate with Crystal Wing. You have Shinshin banishing everything that leaves the field. So this is all off of just the one card, like I was saying. This gets you a pretty decent board if you have nothing else in your hand. So if you had other stuff in your hand, you can obviously build upon this board, and you can get pretty insane. So I'll do a test hand in the video also, and we'll see what we can come up with. Keep in mind, if you have to start off with the virtual world cards, you can't do this combo because you can't link summon. That's where you activate a virtual world monster effect. Alright, so let's see what we get off the top. 4, 5. Okay, so this hand is literally amazing. So, of course, you always want to start off with your qinlong, if you have it, because you don't want to draw into the Chi later on. Then you'll activate your emergency teleport, and we'll do the typical thing here. Add the Xiamen, pay 600 to add the Foxy. We'll activate Foxy, pitching herself and the other Chi. And we'll summon Madam Spider. We'll activate Madam Spider, pay another 600. And we'll add the Dangerous Gabu. Then we'll link. And to Hulk effects. Summon out the Despot, link those, and to Auroradon, make your tokens, revive your Despot, sink your Despot in a token. You'll go into Cupid Pitch, reducing its level, use Cupid Pitch, another token. Oh, sorry. You'll make, since you have the trap already, you don't have to make a Juju here. So we'll make Coral Dragon, triggering Cupid Pitch's effect, which we already have the 2 cards that you can search. So you just add, I normally like to just add another Lulu versus another Karen, just so we have increased follow-up potential in case we need to discard a card or something. You know, we just have something else. You'll activate, target your Chi. So you can send qinlong, and we'll add GG here. Summon out Lulu. We'll use the token and the Lulu to make Stardust Charge Warrior, who will draw another card, Imperm. Then we'll activate our Kieran, targeting the Chi. We'll go ahead and send Nian, summoning Lulu, and then we'll send another qinlong, so we have one for the next turn. We'll go use these 2 for Zulkin, which will trigger a draw for Crystal Wing. And you'll set the guaranteed set that you searched off to summon out him to prevent like further disruption in the combo if they have any. Next, you'll activate your GG, and we'll target Lily with this one. There's no monster we want to send. We'll send the Monster Reborn trap card. Summon himself, trigger in Nian to bring her out. And then from there, you'll use these two, this one will get banished, go into Juju. You overlay these into M7. You'll activate your qinlong. And you'll search out your Lao. You'll activate your Lao targeting the Chuchi. And what I like to do at this point is start sending the Kowloons because I don't want to draw them anymore at this point. So we'll send out a Kowloon, reviving GG with that. And then we'll synchro with those into, there's two different options here. You could either make Shen or you could make Vermilion. I wouldn't recommend making the Vermilion, or not Vermilion, the Croc. It will draw you one card, but then you won't have enough room to make your Shen. So with that, you just go ahead and make the Shen. You activate M7's effects, detach the Kieran, and then since you don't have a Kieran in hand, and you've got plenty of other things in there, you know, it adds back any monster. But for here, like I said, just for follow-up, we would add the Kieran back to our hand. You'll set the Imperm. And then in phase, GG's effect, you add back the Lao. So now you have Live Chuchi. You've got the Monster Reborn for follow-up. You've got a qinlong in the grave also for follow-up. You still got a Chuchi, you know, to make sure that your other Chuchi can be live on your next turn. And then you literally have a full house of virtual world names after that. So the combo can do a lot more. And then if this guy, like if these stick around, these are also interruption. Like this can bounce from the board or the graveyard. So this can either, like, you make it first just to add follow-up back to your hand. But then on your next turn, this can like upboard one of your opponent's cards or get you another like extender from your graveyard. This contribute to pop a card, or you know, like set a card back from the graveyard. You know, it does has two pretty good effects. The Zolkin honestly is just going to be fodder for the Auroradon if they both stick around. You just tribute the Zolkin for Auroradon's effect to pop something. You use this guy to upboard something. You've got your Crystalline negate still. You have these two forms of interruption. You'd have a live Chuchi after you use the Chuchi and qinlong in the graveyard. So like that's pretty strong. Plus a full house of names right there. You're guaranteed to get into a virtual world unless they banish Chuchi or Shen. Then you'll be able to, there's enough material in the graveyard obviously for him to revive himself. So even if they clear everything, you can still revive him and have a target for all your names. Plus the follow-up you have for all your names. So that's the combo video I wanted to bring to you guys today with the test hand added in. So I personally just think if you're wanting to play Virtual World and you want to play the Punk cards, that you should just play it this way with a smaller Punk package, because this is still very effective and extremely consistent. This is like super duper consistent. I can't stress that enough. Like, I wish this is the build that I would have taken the locals for the sneak peek. And I feel like, honestly, I could have went undefeated the whole day with this one instead of losing that last game in the finals. By the way, the game I tied was with Flunderies. So that just ended up going for forever because, like, I didn't draw very well, he didn't draw very well, and the game just dragged out. My loss was to Sky Striker. I didn't side Anti-Spell Fragrance, which I'm a huge advocate of that card. Like, I always side it and everything just in case. And then, like, for some reason, I just didn't side it. Which, Anti-Spell is really good against Brave cards right now, too, guys. So I would recommend just, like, siding it if you know that's going to be at your locals. So, like, I had nothing in my sideboard at all for the matchup. So, yeah, I ended up losing that one, unfortunately. But that's the video. Let me guys know what you think about that. If you want me to do like a video on the more budget friendly one without the Halky Fibrax, just comment down below and let me know, and I'll do something with that one as well. But I just wanted to bring you guys like the best build that I could bring you and give you like information on that one instead. But I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.